Welcome back everyone, I'm K-Place Games, this is Shipbreaker, and welcome back to episode 3. In episode 2, we spent the entire episode demolishing an entire ship, and we finally got introduced to this thing, the barge, where all the expensive equipment gets thrown into. So, stuff that can be sold goes in the barge, the stuff that can be recycled goes in the processor, and stuff that can be melted down goes in the furnace. And we learned about things such as fuel canisters which explode if you hit them, and fuel lines which catch fire if they have fuel inside them when you cut into them. And we spent the great majority of our time running back here to the company store to buy oxygen because we kept running out all the time. As you see at the top of the screen, we hit all the salvage goals. We've almost completely completed this ship. The only tiny bit remaining is 0.4, which are the little white things floating in space. As you see, these little things which we still cannot interact with. So let's turn the scanner off, finish this shift, maybe get to rank 5 and start upgrading our stuff. Right, we did indeed make 5.8 million in that shift because it was non-time limited, of course. Usually you only have 15 minutes, but we spent a whole hour doing that.
New certification level awarded. License upgraded.
Right, we're now level 4, and as I've said before, and I'm going to tell you again, there are 30 levels in this game, but after level 20 you don't unlock anything. So there's only really 20 levels, and we're rank 4 already. And we're halfway to rank 5. Nice.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Your allocated shift time will be commencing shortly.
Right, out of bed. Okay, we've learned, well, nice of it to tell us about hazard level 2. We've just done hazard level 2. You may begin to encounter fire hazards in the form of fuel or flaming objects. Yes, I know, we've already done that. And we've unlocked that. I know, I've just done that. Literally, that is the exact kind of ship we just took apart. And it looks like we've unlocked more new ships. There we go. There's the daily fees that have rent, food rent, renting our tools, but we still came out well on top.
Hey Cutter, I'm looking at the stats coming from your bay, and it's looking like you're really gonna make your way around here. It's time to learn about how to upgrade your equipment, and some of the more advanced tools you'll soon have at your disposal. Head on over to your workbench in the equipment room and we'll see about upgrading your tools.
Okay, as we see, when you look out the window, on the bottom left, that is where we work. We are up in the ring of the ring station. That is another bay where one of our team members works. We haven't met any of them yet. I think there's 3 of them. Right, he wants us to upgrade some stuff. So let's do it.
I'm gonna read this straight from the manual. Lynx rewards hard work and learning by giving shipbreakers access to tool improvements and new equipment. Reaching salvage goals is essential for becoming a master shipbreaker. Basically, they want to make sure you prove yourself first, before giving you the big guns. Completing salvage goals will net you shiny Lynx tokens. Use those tokens here to get yourself some new gear. So let's get going and learn about one of the most important tools in a shipbreaker's toolbox, tethers. Go ahead and purchase them.
Right, at the top right we see we have 81 Lynx tokens. These are the loyalty points which you use in this terminal to upgrade your stuff. He wants us to buy some tethers, and there is no pointer, but tethers are a grapple thing. Here they are. We have to be rank 4 to buy them. We are rank 4, we can buy them. When we see 81/5, we have 81. It's going to cost us 5 to buy some tethers, so let's buy the tethers.
Repeat after me, Cutter. Tethers are your friends. Now, have a quick read, and let's hop back in the bay.
Tethers are amazing. You know, we've been pulling stuff around manually with the grapple gun and using the force push. Tethers are great. You attach one end to the thing you want to move, you attach the other end to where you want it to go, and it just pulls itself there. They are so damn good. The more tethers you put on things, the faster it will move. So let's get a new ship and learn about tethers. Looks like we have a training ship. We literally just completed this one. There's nothing left to do, so we'll do that.
tell you how to use these things. Tethers are more powerful than the beam of your grapple. They're great for moving super heavy salvage. Try it out. Press and hold the secondary input for the grapple to begin placement. Point where you want the salvage to move to, then release the input to create the tether.
Right, there we are. We've right-clicked. We've attached the tether. Now we need to tell it where to go. We want it to go on the barge. Then you just let go, and the tether will pull it there. And we are free to go off and do something else. Red means it's struggling, blue means it's got a good grip. Right-click. Hold. And then release. Done. Right, it wants us to place 3. There we
Great.
go.
Now, what if you want to get rid of the tethers you've already placed? There's a cancel command you can send, but take note that it clears all of your tethers. Go ahead and try it now.
I'll try that after this passes through the force field and counts as salvage. Things will of course maintain the momentum once you cancel the tethers. There you go, it's in, so we just press Y.
Salvage accepted.
Yeah, there you go. Now, you've got unlimited tethers during this training exercise, but after this, when you need more, you'll have to buy them from the kiosk. Let's see how well you can handle them. Try and clear out a bunch of that scrap. You can stack multiple tethers on one object to increase the pull force. You can also chain objects of any size together to move them as a group. I've seen some cutters do incredible things with a daisy chain of tethers.
Right, let's put 1 on this one, and then we'll put 2 on this one, and see how much faster it goes. 1 and 2. No, it's faster-ish. Let's put a 3rd one on. There you go, now it's moving faster than the one that's got 1. So yeah, tethers are really cool. Right, link that to that,
Salvage deposit
and then we'll link
secured.
that to that.
Credits awarded.
And the way that tethers work is that, again, Newtonian physics, because all these things weigh exactly the same, they're pulling each other towards each other, and they'll find an equilibrium in between. So they're both moving towards each other until they meet the central point. So ideally, you want to tether lighter things to heavier things, so the lighter thing gets drawn towards a heavier thing. And you will notice it turned red and disappeared, because tethers do have a finite life. Right, so now they're all going to go down there together in a daisy chain, unless the tethers run out of life, which they probably will. Yeah, that one's about to run out. As you saw in the opening cinematic way back in episode 1, a Shipbreaker was tethering lots of panels together and then threw them all in the processor at once. And you can absolutely do that. There you go, these 2 have now run out. Put them on the barge.
Alright. Well done, Cutter. Like I said, tethers are your friends. Once you get the hang of them, you can get pretty creative on how you use them. Now, when you're ready, let's go back to the hab and continue with the day.
So yeah, tethers are fantastic. And tethers are where these things come in. These, for some reason, are completely immovable objects. They effectively have infinite mass. And some of the ships we will be working on will be rather large. And say the ship extends all the way to the back of the berth, which they can do, and it's too big to move something along the side and go in the processor, and it's at risk of being drawn into the furnace. What you can do then, you can tether it to this jack and it will move it up. And then once it's up, you can then tether it to this jack and it will drag it along, and then you can push it into the processor. So that is why tethers are amazing things to have. And you'll see that as soon as we get a proper ship. And we'll be doing that right now. This big jack works in exactly the same way, and so do the walls of the bay. Don't forget that you can attach things to the walls as well. You don't have to use these jacks. Sometimes you can use the walls. It really helps you maneuver parts of ships around. Right, let's get back in here. Hey look, we made $38.50.
Hello, Shipbreaker. This is your morning wake-up call.
No other message? Right, that's fine. Well, there we are. we increased the debt by doing that training thing, so oops. Right, no more messages from Mr. Weaver. I think we just go back to work. So we just start shift. There's no upgrades to buy. Right, hazard level 3. Again, we'll just take the ship which is worth the most. I think the one at the top was worth the most. 8.5 million. Salvage goal 5 is all the way over here, so we're going to have to be careful. We can't destroy too much. This has electrical hazards as well as the fuel fire hazard, so we're going to have to be a little bit more careful with this one. Okay, let's do it.
Cutter, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce you to the rest of the crew in our sector. Sound off, everyone.
Hey, Rook. Name's Blue. I was the worm until you showed up, so thank you. Now I get to do the hazing.
What are you talking about? We don't do that. Welcome aboard. Don't listen to her. I'm Dee Dee.
Oh, Nina. Hey,
Kai, your mic's still messed up.
How about now?
Better.
Oh, hey, I'm Kaido. Kai.
Mic's still busted, huh?
Oh, yeah, still waiting on the rest to get
Heaven forbid they give us functional gear.
I'm sure they're working on it as fast as they can. Cutter, I added you to the sector comms channel. It can get lonely out here. Helps to check in with each other from time to time. All right, enough chin-wagging. Let's get back to it. Weaver out.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Later, Rook.
Okay, at the top of the screen we have the shift timer. Yes, we're finally on the clock. If you notice in the bottom right, we only have 20 tethers. And it looks like lots of this equipment on the outside of the ship is for the barge. Cut point grade 2. I think the Stinger can take care of that. Yes, it can. So let's just cut this off. And the good thing about these is that you don't have to cut this cut point, because that goes to the barge and that goes to the barge. So let's just tether it into the barge. Off it goes. That's free money. Break. And that goes in the barge.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Cut point grade 1. Alright, Stinger.
Salvage deposit registered.
Man.
Account credited.
It might have been grade 1, but it was tough. So let's change over to the split saw. Yeah, it's a little bit faster, isn't it? And that goes down there. And then we'll just come up here, get the split saw back out, make it vertical, angle ourselves a little bit, so we're not hitting anything else with it. Throw that in the barge, off it goes. Looks like another antenna thing here. What's that? That's processor. Right, we're going to have to separate this.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
And because it was close to all that stuff, I didn't want to risk the split saw. So, just tether that down there. Off it goes. And it looks like these communications arrays can just be pulled off because it's got the moving arrows. So just hold down brakes and then pull it off the side of the ship, tether it to the barge, and away it goes. It's much easier now. We're not actually having to move things ourselves. We can let the tethers move them. And tether that, and away it goes. Right, I think that's all the white stuff. Looks like you've got all the barge stuff. Okay, pressure-wise, everything's red, which means it's depressurized, which is fantastic. So let's get the split saw out and remove the glass, because it's valuable. It needs to go in the furnace. Get it at the top as much as we can. There we go. Come down to the bottom, just as much as we can, as close to the bottom as we can. What you want is for the yellow outline, because that tells you that you're just cutting the glass and nothing else. Perfect. Then make it vertical. I've come too far, need to go down and then stop. that. Look, no. I've been very meticulous here, I know, but that's just how it goes. Oh, it did something. A little bit this way, I think. Oh, that was a terrible cut. That was nowhere near. That's got it. Alright. We'll just check if there's any lights or fuel cans or anything in this. Nope. Hold right click. And then tell the tether to launch it in there. And away it goes. Tethers are indeed our friend.
Processing object.
That's so light it doesn't even need a tether. We'll just launch it.
Oxygen material accepted. Credits transferred.
Almost at salvage goal 1 already. We've barely started this ship. Stripped all the equipment off the outside. Taken the glass out the cockpit. Use up half our tethers. We might as well get tethers and fuel and oxygen all at the same time.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Because, as I've told you many times before, money doesn't mean anything. You're in an unsurmountable debt anyway, so you might as well spend 15,000 and upgrade all your things all the time. As we know, inside the ship, most of the stuff in the ship will be barge. So let's just now again, be careful when you're moving these, because they do accelerate very fast and they will smack you in the face and kill you.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Even the chairs will kill you. Lights will damage you. Computer terminals will kill you.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
And these will definitely kill you.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Now, I'm not sure if you noticed just then, but the ship is no longer straight. It's actually moving down a little bit. Because it's not that heavy a ship. Because we were moving a storage bin. Watch this. We'll just notice that the whole ship moves. Keep your eye in the background. The whole ship moves when we do this. There you are. The whole ship is moving simply from the strength of our grapple beam trying to grapple the storage bin. So what you can do is cut a slit in the glass.
Applying credit to account.
Grab one of the chairs and then fly yourself into the barge and just drag the whole ship into the barge. All this stuff will count toward your salvage goals. Everything that should have gone in the processor or the furnace will be destroyed.
Salvage deposit registered.
But that method takes about 20 seconds a ship. And then you just go back in the hab, complete the shift, throw away what's left of the ship and get a new ship and do the same thing again tomorrow.
Account credit applied.
So that is how you can min-max very, very quickly. Aha. We have a little fluffy bunny and we can pick it up. That actually is an important thing, believe it or not. The fluffy bunny is important. I forgot to hold my...
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Forgot to hold my brakes when I was moving that, so I got moved instead of the thing. Right. Now let's actually
Salvage registered.
investigate the inners of the ship.
Credits.
As I said before, these door consoles now have power. And they're showing red, which means it's depressurized on this side. This one is depowered because there is no light on it. That's because we've probably destroyed everything. Lots of computer consoles in here. There's a door we can open. Like that. Just push it out the way. Lots more computer console stuff in here. More of these pickup things that we cannot pick up yet. Aha. There's a communications array that has to go on a barge. That's worth 225,000. Nice. Ooh. Didn't want to do that. I shouldn't have moved. Because I could have yeeted that door straight into a fuel tank and ruptured it, and that would have been bad. There's some thruster fuel, so I'll take that. And some health regens, not that we've ever been injured. Right, we're going to have to go and get more oxygen, like right now. Because it's going to start morning.
We got 5 minutes left till we call her a day. We were out.
Yeah, he pops up when you've got 5 minutes to go and then 1 minute to go. You do not have to get back to this door before the timer runs out. There is absolutely no penalty for working all the way up until the timer runs out. All that happens is that it automatically puts you back in the living quarters. So don't abandon your shift a minute early and come back here. Just keep working.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Have a nice day.
So even though we had not stripped too much weight from the ship, we were still able to move it just with the strength of our tether beam pulling a computer terminal. Right, now let's actually skin this thing. Let's go to Stinger mode and start hitting all the external cut points. No, actually, I'd rather come inside and take the floors out and then yeet all this stuff into the barge. We'll keep the ship as heavy as possible so the whole ship doesn't move too much when we're doing that. Because all this stuff is attached to the walls, you have to pull it off the walls. And as we know, as we've seen before, when you're pulling stuff off the walls, it moves the whole ship. Because these ships are quite light. Come in here. Try not to hit that with the beam. And there we go. We'll just give this a little yeet and then try and stop it with our beam, and then tether it in there, and away it goes. And this one can come out, and that one can come out. I'm just getting them moving. Make sure there's nothing on top of them that we want to barge. Doesn't look like it.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Right, you in there. It might move the ship. Yeah, just brush the ship. Right. You're blue, but you're barely moving. Why is that? We're gonna have to... Why are you not moving? Apparently, this bit of the floor doesn't want to move, but you know what? I don't care. Okay, the table needs to go in the furnace. The computer needs to go in the barge. That needs to go in the processor. Right, that's barge. Barge for you. Barge for you.
Salvage accepted.
Now you see why I like taking the floors off? Let's get this communications array without destroying it. Now it's free. Away in the barge.
Salvage deposit accepted.
And that goes in the
Credits
barge. And this little battery pack goes in the barge. And this computer
Salvage goal met. Rewards will
goes
be
in the barge. We'll get some distance. Oh, there's two more computers there. We'll get them. And that goes in the barge. And the other computer goes in the barge.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
That goes in the processor. It's small enough to just fire it in. No need to waste a tether on that.
Deposit accepted for
That goes
processing.
there. This is a furnace item. It's really light, so we'll just yeet it. And that goes in the barge.
Salvage
Computer,
secured.
barge.
Credits deposited.
Let's just get all the lights.
1 minute left, Cutter. Time to start wrapping things up.
Applying credit.
I think before I forget, I'm going to find the airlock and take the door panel off it. There we go. 84,000. I don't want to stick in the processor. And there's another one
Salvage
here.
secured.
This one here is inside the airlock, and that doesn't matter because the airlock goes in the barge as well, anyway, eventually. We're going to have to investigate why this floor doesn't want to move. Because it's showing blue and it wants to move, but there's something... Maybe it's one of the side panels is stuck. Yeah, I think we need to remove the side panels. I think it's maybe stuck on them. Right, we'll just get these lights. That's a 10-second countdown. How much money can we make in 10 seconds? That much. No. Almost lost that light. Right, first real shift, 15 minutes. Did about half the ship. Salvage, 50.1%. Nice. Damn near hit rank 5. We will hit rank 5 tomorrow.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming transmission waiting.
And this is the story. This is how it goes. When you hit certain levels, you trigger the next stage of the story. So all you have to do is concentrate on getting good and the story will progress. It's as simple as that.
Hey, Rook. I was thinking our crew should crack some beer sometime. You know, shoot the breeze, fantasize about a debt-free life and all that. Not that that's gonna happen anytime soon. Like, Weaver's been at this for years. 20, maybe? I was just getting kicked out of grade school when he started. Dee Dee sends most of her money home. Goes through Lynx, of course, with huge transfer fees. And Kaido, well, look, Kai's great. He just hasn't really taken to the work. Lynx calls him a low earner. As for me, I'm trying to get there as fast as I can. I just need enough to get me one of those mining skiffs. You know, for boat running. There's still so many rich rocks along the frontier line. Eventually want to hire some friends from back home. Oh, the Airs platforms. Around Mars? Good people. But work's hard to find there. Don't know when that'll be, though. Just when I think I'm earning at a steady clip, there's another fine or fee. This job's fun as hell and all, but I got other plans. Maybe you do too. Anyway, don't want to get a fine for tying up comms. Kidding! That's not a thing. I don't think. Either way, good luck, Rook. Blue out.
And there's our little pink fluffy bunny. I told you he was important. He's a main character.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52. All the team at Lynx would like to wish you a happy and productive day.
Here we are. He is a main character, Fluffy Bunny. And we've got him.
How you holding up there, Cutter? Seems like you're getting the knack for it. Trust me, when you get well versed in the art of shipbreaking, it becomes a joy to show up to the yard each day. Ain't a trade like it. Dancing between the ribs of a ship, spitting heat, do-si-doing with a 10-ton panel, taking a breather, gaze out at the rest of the human race, buzzing in the distance. Huh. Can you tell I miss it? It's all right. Helping y'all get there is near as good. Ah, dang it. I got corporate ringing me. Good luck out there today, Cutter. Talk to you again soon. We were out.
Right, let's get back to work. And we're going to continue working on the ship because I want to get all the salvage goals and I want to see what the rest of the ship has in it. I think we've got enough fuel and tethers. Usually I would just start the day off by replenishing them straight away anyway. For some reason I had the music off, so welcome to the soundtrack. It's a little bit folksy. Okay. These are electrical cables. When you cut these, they can spark. So try not to cut them or damage anything that's near them. Let's just cut the airlock off. Aha. So yeah, these are stuck to these things. The panels need to go in the processor. The electric cables need to go in the furnace. But they have all these little cable junctions you can just cut off and then they'll become free-flowing. And what we have here is a power cell which goes in the barge and that provides power to all this stuff. So we'll just continue cutting all the panels off. the ship ready to go. We'll do all the ones on the bottom first. Quite a lot of lights in here. Okay, now that has lights on, which means there's actually power flowing through it. So we do need to be slightly careful. Okay, looks like this whole bit of the ship has come away in one big go. And indeed it has. So, the previous ship we had, if I can fit through here. Come on, let me out. Let me out. I need to show the people something. Okay. Now, the previous ship we had, all these panels were individual sections. On this ship, it is one gigantic piece. So we're going to need tethers to move that. We're not going to be able to move that with a little grunty gun. So it does mean we're going to have to clear out all the stuff that's inside it and stick it on the barge and in the processor. But that's going to be a little bit difficult because there's no room for that, so we're just going to have to move it a little bit. See, it's too heavy for us to move ourselves. What we can do, we can just stick that end of it on the jack. And tethers are a lot stronger than our manual pull, and that will just pull it up there. And basically hang it up for us. Which then gives us the time and space we need to strip all the stuff off it. Happy days. And we'll take the battery pack as well, thank you. And notice this thing is sparking a little bit. If you get too close to electrical items, they will damage you.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Okay, we're going to have to hit all these cut points and take all this electrical cabling off and stick it in the furnace. You don't have to, of course, but I'm going to because I want maximum possible money and experience. Again, these are extremely, if I grab the correct thing, these are extremely light. You can just fling them in the surface furnace. The way they go. Really simple. Let's just take them all. And this bit. And that bit. Yes, I know, I'm overheating. We'll just let it cool down. And now it's splitting into component parts. Because the electrical cables are holding it all together, apparently. It's not a huge problem. You can go in there.
Material accepted. Credits assigned.
And that goes in there. Yep. That goes in there. I think that's ready to go, so we'll just tether it and tell it to go in there. Yeah, that whole rigid section was being held together
transferring credits
by these electrical cables, and now it's all separate. So we'll just tether you in there, away you go. Nope, grabbed the wrong thing, that goes in there. That goes in there.
Warning. Oxygen low.
Oh,
Note that
goodness
oxygen
sake.
costs can be reduced through good breathing practices.
I'm not sure if we'll finish this shift. We're a third of the way through already. I think we're going to need 3 shifts to get rid of this whole ship. Might as well buy fuel and tethers as well while we're here. So,
Welcome to Venditron.
oxygen, fuel,
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Welcome to Venditron.
tethers. Almost made an acid buying tethers just then. So that's the first time we've been using tethers to hang something up on a jack so we can work on it. That's the smart way of working. And the tether lifetime has expired, which is great. But because Newtonian physics, it's just going to stay where it is until a force is applied on it. And that goes in there, and away it goes.
material deposited.
About this big front section. Right, you got nothing on you, so you can go in there. We still can't pick up these little things yet, but we will be able to at some point. Right, let's
Valuable object processed. Credits
wiggle our way in
awarded.
here and cut off this side of the ship.
Salvage goal obtained.
Nice,
Additional rewards
another salvage
assigned.
goal. Out of range apparently. Door console there, can't forget about that. Another door console there. Right, I think that's all the cut points. So we'll just exit through this hole we made earlier. This bit should be able to move, yeah. We'll just go around, make sure there's no lights on it. Nope, that looks good. So we'll just tether that to the processor, away you go. And this bit should now be loose, yep. So that goes in there. And this bottom bit should be loose. Yes. Anything
Object
on it?
accepted
Nope.
for processing.
So that goes in there. And then we'll do the same as we did with the last one. We'll just hang this up on this jack. Yep, and then we can start stripping it. Where's that little battery?
Salvage deposit
There it
secured.
is.
Credits awarded.
Right, let's get the door consoles off the side before I forget. Ah yeah, that sticky
Salvage
floor
secured.
section's now come loose.
Applying credits.
Door, good. That means we can drag this down here. Do a little bit of fancy flying and then tether it into the processor. And then get out of the way so we don't get hit by it.
Applying credit to account.
Because that probably would have killed us as well. And that then lets us get in and strip the rest of the insides.
Credits deposited.
Right, let's get up in here. More computers, door panels,
Salvage
lights,
accepted. Credit applied.
all the good stuff. Any more little lights? Yes, there's a couple here. I need to cut off the back end of the ship. Haven't done that yet.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Hang on, what was that?
You got 5 minutes remaining in your shift, Cutter.
That was
5
a
minutes. We
door
were out.
stuck in there. There's a door and a ration pack. So ration pack goes in the furnace. That, I think, I'll just hang that up on this jack. Up it goes, and away you go. Goodbye. Right, let's take the ceiling off now. I'm getting towards the end of this ship already. Tethers are our friend. I'm so glad I don't have to manually move everything. There's a computer panel we missed. So let's grab that. We're upside down, so we need to go up. And that.
Salvage secured.
Oh,
Credits deposited.
and that. Nice. Right, let's get the right way up.
Warning. Low oxygen reserves.
God damn it. Right, we'll buy some more tethers as well. Fuel we're okay for. I really want to hit at least the 4th salvage goal in this shift. We'll just finish it off with like half a shift. As I said, when you're finished you can just come back here and go through that door. You don't have to be out here for 15 minutes.
Welcome to Venditron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Right, we're close enough to tether these things, so let's just get that in there. Get that in there.
Object processed.
And we'll get
Transferring credits.
that in there as well. And away they go. Still can't do anything with these little things, which is annoying. We will soon.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards
Alright.
allocated.
Salvage goal number 4. And I think if we fly around this in like a big circle, keep our eyes on stocks, I think we've got everything. We can check it with the scanner. Yep, it seems all furnace. So, now, we know that we can't move this with our grapple gun, but we can definitely move it with tethers. We'll stick about 3 tethers on this thing because it is quite heavy. It will just get moving then. Right, gone. Let's cut all the electrical cables off this. Brake. We're not quite going to get this done this shift. That's annoying.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Lost a door. But then, as I said, to free the doors you need to cut into the panels, and you lose more value in the panels than you gain from freeing the doors. Who cares about $2,000? Ah, damn, that door console. 78 grand we just lost. Oops, we accidentally threw a door console into the furnace. Bit of a bummer. Right, that goes there. This goes here.
Material accepted.
That goes there. That goes in there.
1 minute left, Cutter. I'd say get a move on, but you know that already.
That goes there. We are only just going to run out of time. The interesting thing is that any tethers you placed are still in place when you come back in the morning.
Processor deposit accepted.
So I think tomorrow's shift is going to last about 30 seconds.
Material deposited. Account credit applied. Final salvage goal reached. All rewards allocated.
Ah, I forgot we had that big bit as well. So that needs to come over here. Right, so tomorrow is just putting that in there, and then that's it. Didn't quite get it done in 2 shifts. That's infuriating. Oh well. See, we'll just stay in space. Countdown will end. End of day. Hey! Finally got to rank 5. That means we can buy upgrades at long last. And more
Hello,
story.
Shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming transmission waiting.
Right, out with it.
Hey, Rook. You ever think about starting your own business out there? You know, be your own boss? I swear, one day, I'll get a decent belt runner and make my own money. Maybe bring my old man along to help sniff out the good rocks. My dream is to tinker with ship designs. Maybe build some machinery to help with heavy-duty mining. Make it safer. If we ever both get out of here, I'd hire you in a heartbeat. If you don't end up coming with me, I hope you get to make your own way out there. Definitely ping me if you do. Blue out.
But we've got to pay back $1.2 billion in debt before we can have dreams of doing anything else, girl. So calm down.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52. Today's weather report, clear and sunny, with a high of minus 270 degrees.
Again, more ships and abilities. That's the first new ship, the Atlas class. We've been working on mackerels of various different uses, and now we've unlocked Atlases. We're only making about 3 million a day, and she's got dreams of making her way out in the galaxy. Mind you, she's been here a lot longer than us, so I don't know what her debt is at.
It's time for you to learn about the mother lode of any ship, the reactor. Most dangerous part of shipbreaking, but you got this. Continue when you're ready, Cutter.
And he'll be giving us another training ship, but I want to just finish that other ship first. But before we do that, let's upgrade some gear, because we are at rank 5. First thing we do, helmet, more oxygen, Excellent, so the oxygen will last a lot longer. This is giving us another scanner, so we'll just do that. During the course of the game, you will probably buy every upgrade for every single one of your systems, so it is not a problem. You do not have to think too hard. Durability, don't really care. We pick up, like, how many... We've got 10 repair kits already, so we don't really care about this. We haven't actually degraded anything, because that doesn't kick in until you hit certain story beats. Range, tether amount, yes, I want more tethers, so we'll have that. Range, don't really care. We'll get the extra range on the stinger, so we don't have to move. Scanner we've done. Thrusters, yes. Grapple, don't really care about durability, it's not a problem. Work suit. Right, can't upgrade that till it's 9. Okay, let's go back to work and finish that shit. This shift is going to last about 20 seconds.
Hey, newbie. You're not going around doing all the stupid newbie things, are ya? Going around trying to be the best out there? It'll kill you real quick. Counting your spares ain't as cool as you think. And here's a tip. Keep a diary. They say the memory transfer to the spare is flawless, but I've heard otherwise. Oh, and never pee in your suit. Trust me. Just don't.
Right, that is the shift done. That is what we ran out of time to do yesterday. It took 40 seconds. That's it, shift complete, thing complete. And now, you will notice on the scanner at the top, we have this new thing called systems. You just left click to switch modes, and this will colour the various systems in the ship according to electrical fuel, coolant, radiation and reactant. This is all the dangers. So you can trace fuel lines to find where to turn them off, and all good stuff like that. And then we'll go back to structural. There is another one called objects, but we will unlock that at some point. Well, that's the end of this shift. Let's just buy some fuel and tethers, and then we'll...
Welcome to Venditron 9000. Thank you for your
Tethers
purchase.
restored.
Quickest shift ever. All we needed was 20 more seconds and we would have finished that. Well, it's my own fault, because I forgot I had the back of the ship hanging up on a hanger. If I'd remembered it was there, we could have tethered that during the shift. Right, now we can do the training thing.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Your theta wave levels are high. Please administer 2 caffeine pods before starting your shift.
And we will do that training session at the start of the next episode. Another episode done, another entire ship done with new hazards and new abilities. Tethers are amazing. So let's see how quick we can deal with the next ship, shall we? Do come back and see how we get on, and do look after yourself until then. I will talk to you again very soon.